begin, let me extend my best wishes for a happy, prosperous, thoughtful, purposeful new year to all my fellow citizens of Ghana at home and abroad. Over the last few weeks of 2022 and the beginning of 2023 season, music festivals have highlighted the diversity of Ghanaians. In December 2022, Ghana hosted the Afro Nation Festival, Stonebwoy's Bim Nation Concert, and Afrochella. In January 2023, the Black Star Line Festival came to bring internationally renowned talent to Accra. These successful music festivals and the thriving Ghanaian recording and entertainment industries are essential to the economic growth of the nation. They began as an idea and now culminate in most anticipated entertainment events in Ghana. Looking at the faces of the attendees of these music festivals, it is clear Ghana is full of hopeful, adventurous young people. The population of Ghana surpassed 33 million people in 2022. Almost 70% are under 30, whilst 37% are under 14 years old. To serve these faces of youthful hope and promise, the government of Ghana must build and service a comprehensive educational experience that is inclusive, diverse, flexible, and accomplished. When I talk about building new schools with the latest available technologies, staffed by well-paid teachers, I am met with skepticism. The first question from those I encounter on this campaign for a new Ghana government is, how can Ghana afford this? My fellow citizens, recite the headlines to me as proof that Ghana cannot afford better schools to fuel the dreams of our youth. They tell me of a nation in economic chaos with high inflation and debt exceeding the annual GDP. They remind me that the IMF has had to bail out Ghana 17 times and is indebted to China 3.5 billion US dollars, and there is no money for schools. This is about the point that Mimuje Huru. Then I calmly take them through some facts that the press likes to leave out of these headlines. My friends, the government of Ghana pays the salary of over 110 appointed ministers by the current president. The monthly base salary of a minister averages over 10,000 cedis. Let me repeat that, Ghana. Ghana pays 110 ministers over 10,000 cedis monthly, not yearly. That amounts to over 120,000 cedis a year for these ministers who accomplish very little for the well-being of Ghanaians or the growth or the stability of Ghana. I want the young people that I am reaching tonight to practice some math skills. If over 110 ministers receive 120,000 cedis per year, what is the total amount paid in base salaries? The answer is an outstanding 13 million to 200,000 cedis. Guess what? That is only the beginning. Each of these 110 ministers who barely show up for work, and when they do, there is no accountability of what they accomplish in a day, also receive a percentage of their base pay in perks. These 110 ministers receive such benefits as 50% of their base salary for duty allowance. That adds another 5,000 cedis a month, or 60,000 cedis a year to their salaries. The ministers also receive 30% of base pay for special allowances. We will have to guess what that is for because the answer is elusive. The ministers also receive 35% of the basic salary as an entertainment allowance. They could easily attend all music festivals and have money left over. While attending the music festivals, they could have a new outfit for each, paid for by their 1,000 cedi a month wardrobe allowance. To get them back and forth in style to each music festivals, they receive a gas allowance equal to 45 gallons a week. Each minister also receives the funds to pay one driver, one cook, one garden boy, one steward, one security guard, one police escort. Tack on 48 months worth of ex gratia payments of 400,000 cedis, and an average minister is costing you enough money to build a school. That does not count the new luxury four-wheel drive vehicle paid for by the Treasury of Ghana. Unlike you, the ministers do not pay for their home, their water, electricity, phone, internet connection. This is the math question I have for the youth. Post your answers in the comments of whatever social media platform you are watching this on. If Ghana fires 100 ministers, which we will do, and consolidates their duties into the job descriptions of only 10, how much money can be redirected to schools? When figuring the cost of each minister, don't forget to add on the perks and household extras. This is only the tip of the iceberg. Along with 110 ministers, let's remember that the cost of doing business for the government of Ghana includes the salaries of deputy ministers, regional ministers, council of state members' salaries, Speaker of Parliament, First Deputy Speaker, Second Deputy Speaker, Majority Leader, Minority Leader, Deputy Minority Leader, and the list goes on to another half dozen positions. The iceberg is still not visible. The Titanic of Ghana debt includes a list of Article 71 office holders, teachers, and professors. I call on you to incorporate the complex math problems posted by the workings of the government of Ghana into a teachable discussion for your students. Let's challenge the minds of our youth to solve the riddles of debt that Ghana faces. For the youth, I challenge you to open discussions with your teachers and professors and explore the cost of Ghana government. Talk about how the money could be better spent to create a new vision for Ghana. Ask questions. Share your ideas. Think about what's happening and how you would change the course of Ghana. When tackling these questions and exploring ideas with teachers, professors, pastors, mentors, and each other, think about how much members of your family can earn compared to the members of this government. What are your hopes and dreams? The government of any nation should provide a foundational education system that will open the doors of the future to their youth. Today in Ghana, as the percentage of young people continues to grow, the current government has continued to stifle educational opportunities. In the 2023 budget, the educational share was cut to 12% of expenditures from 17% only 5 years ago. On the last day of 2022, the Graduate Students Association of Ghana, GRASAG, announced that they were standing up to reject the 15% increase in fees in all public universities for the 2022-23 academic year. This fee increase has been put in place by the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission. It is another glaring example of how the current government and their counterparts in the other party intends to satisfy their domestic economic crunch. This is what needs to happen in every school throughout all 16 regions. Students need to stand up to the government of waste and look for ideas for a new vision of opportunities for all. The IMF has demanded that Ghana gets its domestic house in order. Instead of looking in the mirror and cutting the exorbitant cost and wasteful spending of government, it will add a burden to the people. My name is Kofi Koranteng. I am your independent choice for president on the 2024 ballot, and my message is clear, concise, viable, and ready to take our nation into the future to create a new Ghana government. My underlying principles and policies use a science-based, data-driven, human-centered approach to bring a viable working government to our nation. I am a firm believer that Ghana can afford an educational system with modern buildings equipped with the innovations of technologies including virtual reality and artificial intelligence. I believe that Ghana can afford and should build schools that offer a diversity of career paths. Traditional schools are necessary. So are trade schools, art schools, entertainment schools, music schools, dance schools, technology schools. They can all be built and staffed by changing how Ghana invests its assets. We can continue to pour money into the pockets of useless, do nothing ministers who have no accountability, or we can fire them all and seek a government staffed by dedicated professionals. How will I work to achieve the new vision for Ghana with a balanced, responsible budget? As President of Ghana, I will focus on policy reforms that include changing the Constitution, instituting a national development plan for the next 20, 30, 50 years, abolishing Article 71 and ex gratia, enforcing law and order, focusing on developing the skills of the youth, instituting a flat rate import duty, invite the diaspora to bring their assets home free of import duties. The structural changes to the government of Ghana that I believe are necessary to change the course of our nation include put traditional leaders on a government payroll. We must cut the number of ministers to an essential 10. Reorganize the nation into 10 regions to enable better oversight and services. Abolish regional ministers. They are useless. Limit the presidential staff to a payroll not to exceed 100. Put all 10 ministries in one building for better oversight. The government will only pay for co-chair fare and only for necessary, approved, and justified travel with a goal of reducing official business travel. As part of reviewing and auditing the perks and extras of government officials, we will seek to approve only essential automobiles, along with professionals from all walks of life and positions in society. I have developed a concise plan. I call on all the youth at home and in the diaspora to discuss your ideas. Like the students of GRASAC, I invite you to stand up and challenge the degradation of education by a government of corruption. The Kofi Koranteng plan is detailed, concise, and adaptable to meet the needs of the future. I invite you to explore my detailed policies, plans, blueprints, and philosophy of governance at your leisure and in detail. I have publicly published my plan on the web at kofikoranteng.com. I invite everyone to join me in live discussions on Clubhouse, Facebook, TikTok, and Telegram. Please post your comments and ideas on these and other campaign social media accounts, including on Twitter and Instagram. My staff and I read and discuss every suggestion and comment. We understand that people are anxiously waiting for a ground campaign. Currently, limited funding dictates that the campaign reach as many eyes and ears as it economically feasible through social media, television, and radio appearances. I am available to join in student discussions, youth group meetings, community events via Zoom, Skype, and other technologies. Contact the campaign by phone at 0505 124 109 or via email at contact.agenda2024@gmail.com to discuss availability and arrange a virtual appearance. Donate what you can at kofikoranteng.com/donate. I currently have a weekly live events across social media platforms. Join the ongoing conversation on a new Ghana on Telegram at t.me/KK2024. God bless our homeland, Ghana. Thank you.